I actually didn't know what it meant to rig up a camera until I was actually studying film production in uni a few years ago. And that opened up a huge doorway for me. And now that I've grown a lot more passion in this and I'm starting to do a lot more video work, I'm now starting to adapt cameras, rigging them up in a way to suit me. I'm gonna go over what is, in my opinion, the perfect run and gun setup. FX30, or this also works for the FX3. The only reason why I got an FX30 because it's $4 crap, which is nuts. I've got lights, so I don't really need the low light capabilities. That said, I've mostly got prime lenses, so having the crop factor of this can sometimes be a little bit annoying, but besides that, let's just get into the build. So next up was the Smallrig Cage, wicked protection with a little strap on the side, just gives me a bit more of a grip. So it's got a native rail on the top and side, which you'll see why it's important later, and an Arca Swiss mounting system on the bottom. And then the reason why that Arca plate is important is because of this guy, the DJI RS3 gimbal Rodin plate, which can go on my Manfrotto tripod. And it's the only one that can be used on the gimbal, and so you can slide it on just like that. I can just put it on so easily, lock it in. Just means I can go from gimbal to tripod like that. Like, it's really no issue. I mean, it's a cage. I mean, it doesn't get crazier than that, really, to be honest. So next up is the Smallrig top handle. It's like the most basic one. I think it was like 30-40 bucks. It's on NATO rail mount, not the screw one, because then it's just quick and easy to take off. So I can literally just slide it on, tighten it, and I'm done. So if I need to chuck it back on the gimbal, it takes me only 2 seconds to take it off. If I've got to unscrew something, it's gonna take me a minute. And just saves my back for those low down shots. Not necessarily now whilst I'm young, but more so when I'm older in the future. The next one's the Suri side handle. Same story, NATO rail. So I can literally just slide it on, tighten, and I'm on. That's it, done. Side handle, great, just extra kind of grip and comfort when shooting run and gun, especially handheld. Just that little bit extra weight, keeps the shot a bit more stable. Audio, I usually go between this Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, I think is what it's called, or the Wireless Pro system with the 32-bit float, which I'm actually using right now, so it doesn't really come and show you that one. I used to have it on top of the top handle, on the side handle, sorry. Found that I'd bump it a bit, so I actually put it on the side here, like so. Yeah, the mic works great. It's just for run and gun to capture everything, because it's better than the onboard mic, really. Once again, nothing crazy, and that's sort of what I want out of this build, is simple, because simple is just efficient, and that's sort of what I'm gonna go for. Just like that there. I've still got room so I can get in my top handle here, side handle, not gonna bump it. There you go, nice and secure. And it's on an angle where it's pointing kind of in front of the lens as well, as to being off to the side a little bit, so all good there. Can't shoot anything without a lens. The lens that I usually have on here is the Sigma 16-28, which becomes like a 24-42. This is all internal zooming, so pretty good on the gimbal, and it's quite nice and lightweight. A lot of my other lenses are the primes, which are awesome for the low light, because they've got the f1.4. But yeah, this is the one that more than likely is going to live on, because the zoom just makes it a bit easier run and gun. Like I said, with the primes, they're pretty easy. I like usually keeping to a prime though, because it puts me on my feet moving to be a bit more creative. Sometimes a zoom is sort of necessary, like a wedding where you don't have the luxury of going, oh, if I do need to change a lens, I'll change it. No, the zoom sometimes is a bit more of a safety net. But yeah, that's that. And there's really only a couple more bits and pieces that need to go on. The only thing left is a filter system. 2 different options that I kind of go with. The first one is the tilter mount box, which I have just a 4-stop usually in there. The only reason why I use this one mostly is to charge more, because it looks more professional. No, that's not actually why. Although it does look good. The main reason is if I'm at an event and I'm copying a lot of, can you take a photo? Can you do a photo? Sometimes it can be a bit annoying. Well, not necessarily annoying. Sometimes it's like, nope, I'm doing video, not photo, instead of having to explain that constantly. Sometimes putting the matte box on, because it's the rectangular look, it's a bit more recognizable as a video thing. So usually I just avoid constantly being interrupted with that kind of question. And I'm always down for a chat. If anyone, I can get videos of them, I just can't get photos. But yeah, so there's that one, but it's not my preferable one. The preferable one is actually the Nissi True Color 1-5 stop, and pretty much got the whole system as well. This guy is wicked, it's lightweight, it's easy, and I've got that flexibility of a variable ND. That said, this one is probably my favorite one on the market, purely because there's no X factor that you get on other ones, and it doesn't have any color issues. Pretty easy to use, and it's got a nice clamp on system, so everything's nice and quick. I can literally chuck on, say, 4-stop, as well as the black mist filter, which you can get some really cool kind of hazy look, which you can kind of tell on my skin, or say that light back there. You can kind of see how it has that bit of a glow effect, which I think looks really, really cool. So there we have it. What is, in my opinion, the perfect FX3 / FX30 sort of setup for run and gun specifically. I think the only thing that might be missing is an external monitor. However, I kind of do want it to keep it compact. That way I can shoot on it all day, because especially no matter, even if it's just a simple camera and lens setup, all day can get sometimes quite tiring. And this also just makes it easy going in and out of, say, tripod, gimbal, back to handheld. Just having that compact, simple setup just enables me to get shots like this.